Zeal before him does so much impressive work to lead this program. Great look from up high here at the Songia Center. We are working in Lowell, Mass. Great to have you tuned in to Friday Night Hockey East on Nesson. Just 7 weeks left to go in the regular season, and these games start feeling bigger and bigger, especially for Maine, sitting just 7th in the league despite a top 20 ranking nationwide. Down low it goes behind Austin Elliott. Little check behind the cage. Jay Ahern paid the price there for the Riverhawks. This is a game that will be won around the edges of the rink. Scholey again just trying to probe around TJ Schweighardt, one of the best defenders in the league, also an assist leader for UMass Lowell. He's become a great two-way player, Jim.
Yeah, tried to find Lee Parks there through the middle. Couldn't connect on that pass right there. That would have been a breakaway.
Slow, methodical start to this game. No pressure applied here by UMass Lowell. Norm Bayzen's squad content to let the Black Bears climb the ladder. Popped out of the air by Austin Elliott in net. Set up on a tee. Black Bears can't retrieve. UMass Lowell trying to break out for the first time. Little room for Libor Nemec. Got walled off on his way down the rink. Rookie of the year last year, so UMass Lowell's had to fill some spots. There's a nice clean check by David Adesinski. Been moonlighting in Connor Eddy's spot. Connor Eddy out with a suspension this weekend. Teed up a shot. That one goes wide off the stick of Jeremy Langlois. 2022 pick by Arizona, now Utah in the NHL. Hard breaks out of the corner. Komarov trying to carve out some space. Diego Buttazzoni with the active stick. Popped it free. Picked up by Thomas Friel, who levels a check. That one through traffic again. Maine trying from all angles just to spark some movement out of Austin Elliott, who's so positionally sound. No score here, less than 13 minutes to go in the first period. Here's a race for a loose puck. Prodded free by Peluso, got a chance, then fed in front for a goal! Maine leads 1-0 on the road.
Great job staying with this play for the Black Bears. The initial save made by Austin Elliott, it was the ability to stay with this. Nice save there right away, but then knowing you have a second player coming in back, that's Brock James, fourth line center, follows up the attempt by Peluso, and then Peluso finds Brock James, buries it into the open net.
For Maine, and taken away, Komarov. Really works his own chance. D-to-D pass. The captain off the blue line. That one's deflected straight up off the stick of Brandon Holt and will freeze it for another face-off.
That's the first time that Maine has had possession in their zone with an offensive look in a few minutes. Credit to the Riverhawks for controlling some of the play here early in the second.
Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to partner with Hockey East as a center. Friday Night Hockey East on Nesson. I'm Kevin Gale with my good friend Jim Connolly and my pal Natalie Norrie downstairs. Always great to be teamed up with this group and the outstanding production crew here at UMass Lowell. Very disjointed second period so far. A lot of stoppages, a lot of stops and starts after long stretches of whistleless action in the first. Here's a little chance for McDonald. Played around Albin Boya. Scott off his own end of the sheet for the Black Bears. With a good travel contingent as always. Played into the zone, far work. Dangles, pulls it out front. Stopped by Boya. Great individual effort by Jack Varwerk, and then Albin Boya erased the chance.
Yeah, that was a little stick handle in a phone booth right there by Jack Varwerk to get around the defender here. Just a quick toe drag around the defender, but then at that point you're on your backhand, you're too close into the goaltender, unable to really make any more of a play. But that is a nice little dangle there by Varwerk. Period. Tons of whistles, so you don't get that flow that you love to have in a game. Usually that's taken away by penalties, and we haven't had one.
Frankly, the disjointed action has helped UMass Lowell a little bit in this period. Nearly a dunk chance in front by Dylan Bentley. Always measured by Albin Boya. Things were wide open in the first. It was really opting into Maine's favor. Scholey outnumbered in the corner. Played it back to the point. Crisscross in front. Maine doubles up the lead. More traffic in front created by the Black Bears. It's Charlie Russell leading the line, his 6th of the season.
You referenced that Lowell is a good team that makes something out of nothing. Maine does that exact thing right here, just sending a puck toward the net. There wasn't a lot of purpose when the puck headed toward the net, but it created a huge rebound out front. Nobody picked up Charlie Russell, and he's able to get that backhander right under the crossbar. But this is a harmless-looking puck that gets taken to the net, and it's Russell who...
Offsides, 1:10 to go in the second period, and throw out the rankings. You look at the standings, there is so much opportunity for teams up and down the league. Like you said, if you get a couple 6-point weekends, a sweep here or there, you're climbing 4 or 5 spots at a time.
Yeah, that's what the standings have kind of brought to us now. You look at UConn, they're in first place. They have a 3-point lead, but they don't play league games this weekend. They're the team that is on their bye. They're playing in the Connecticut Ice Tournament, so non-conference play. It's opportunity for everybody else to move. It just feels like every single weekend we're going to see a ton of movement in the Hockey East standings because things are just that accordion-like packed.
UConn taking on Yale at the Whale tonight in New Haven to start off that Connecticut Ice Tournament between the 4 teams in Connecticut. Less than a minute to go in the second period.
Really support how well this Maine defense played tonight.
And statistically, best offense in the league. Hard to believe they're only 6-7, but only for the next 8 seconds. They're going to get back to 500 in league, and the defending champs break out of the bye week in style. Maine gets a shutout win thanks to Albin Boya in net. 2-0 on the road here at UMass Lowell. A first career goal in the first period by Brock James, the Mainer. A night he will never forget. Cashes in his 6th collegiate contest. Charlie Russell added the insurance in the second. It looked like Maine might flush this away early in the third with a 5-minute major penalty and game misconduct called against Libor Nemec. Somehow, the Riverhawks killed off that major penalty and generated 6 power play chances of their own, but couldn't convert.
They couldn't, and a lot of it goes back to